1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Check this out, check this out.
This is the Inkpulp podcast. This is the Inkpulp podcast. Comics, hip hop, life. Welcome to the Inkpulp podcast. I don't know why. I always feel the need to gesture with my hands. Do I have Italian in me? Maybe this is why I love hip hop. I don't know. Anyways, welcome everybody. Today I've got a really cool guest. And my energy's a little low right now. It's down. My frequency, though, is not too low. I'm not depressed. I'm tired. I've been grinding, y'all. I've been grinding like mad. And look, you gotta grind, you gotta hustle, but you gotta give yourself time to recharge. And I have not been doing that. I am working towards being better at that. That is a flaw of mine. And I can admit to that. Grinding and working hard is essential, but not giving yourself time to reboot or recharge or rest is a sure road to failure. I'll just say that. And I've learned that in the past. And I have trouble learning that lesson because first off, I just overload my schedule. I just stay busy. I just overload it constantly. And I think that's fear. I've talked a lot about fear, but I think that's fear. I think it's I'm afraid to not be busy. I'm afraid I'm going to fail if I give myself time to relax. Which is ridiculous. I know. But it's something I'm working on. So recently I've started giving myself Sundays off. I was 7 days a week. When you own your own business and you're in charge and you're fully independent, you're in charge of every penny you bring in, and we've got a family to support. It's hard to relax, to give yourself some downtime. But I'm working on it. I'm going to change, y'all. So for the past few weeks, I've been taking Sundays off. And that's good. I mean, the thing is, I do enjoy my work. What I don't enjoy is when I overload myself and it's just too much and I'm just stressed out. And that brings me down. Brings my frequency down a touch. I'm not depressed. I'm a little overwhelmed. I want to bring it back up. But I'm tired. That's the main thing. I'm really tired. I've also been grinding at the gym 6 days a week too. I'm a hustler. What can I say? But I want to talk about the power of manifestation, because today's podcast is an example of that. Have faith in yourself. Have a very clear vision of what it is you want to happen or to occur. Vibrate at a very high frequency and attract that shit to you. It works. It's manifesting. This whole podcast, this whole thing about me working with a bunch of different hip-hop artists now, being on the Pharcyde network, it's all from manifesting shit. My work getting better. My financial reality changing for the better. Positive thinking, manifestation. You have to see it. You have to see it clearly. Your intentions have to be really clear. You can't just say, I'm going to be rich. Know exactly what that means for you if that's what you want. You can't just say, I'm going to be successful. Define success for yourself. If it's material things you want, know exactly what they look like. If it's something else you want, know exactly what it looks like. If it's happiness you want, and that's the big one, that's mine. If it's happiness you want, define what that is. Have a very clear picture of it. Visit it when you meditate every day and attract that to you. Shit works. So today I have on the Last American B-Boy. His name is Neff, and I've become friendly with him. I first heard him, it just popped up on my Instagram. I think he did an Instagram ad. We talk about it today. And I was just like, what is this? And I listened to it. It's a track called Good Morning. And I was like, this flow is incredible. Also, it's a very personal song dealing with the just struggles of life and and how hard it is. And it's really honest. The beat bangs, the lyrics are tight as fuck. I was like, how do I not know this artist? I've never heard of him. I went to his Instagram page. I noticed there were other videos, and every song I heard, I was like, I love this. I love his name, The Last American B-Boy. It's like a throwback to what I love in hip-hop. So I DM'd him, just like, man, I just discovered your music, and I love it. Now, let's pause. I DM'd him. Why? Well, I wanted to let an artist that I enjoyed know that I enjoyed it, just like people do for me. I always find that really special, to be able to touch someone you don't know. And I was on the bed with my wife, and I DM'd him. I was like, I'm gonna meet this guy. He DM'd me back fairly soon. This was a little bit before New York Comic Con. He said he was a huge fan of my work. I was like, oh shit. I'm going to be in New York for New York Comic Con. No shit. I'm coming to New York Comic Con. It's my birthday. I don't remember if his wife or his friend got him tickets. Him and his wife came to the show. I told him to come by the booth. They came by, gave him some prints. We chopped it up a bit. I brought him over to my man Juan Doe's table. He wasn't there. He was at lunch. But still, we talked. And he said, let's stay in touch. I want to do some work with you. I was like, definitely. I love your music. And we did. We stay in touch. We'd text so often. We'd DM every so often. And then when I got this podcast going, I was like, I got to have him on. Reached out to him. He's a big comic book fan. We wanted to talk about Slick Rick. Oh, yeah. And we do. As fate would have it, and this gets back to the manifestation. So when I DM'd him, I was sort of manifesting this thing, attracting him towards my orbit so we could talk and chop it up and do some work together. And as we're podcasting, like his album, he put it out independently just recently. And it's banging. He sent me a copy. It's banging. And then he said I need to do an official release. And that's this week. As we're recording, we figure this out. So the universe put us together, put us on the podcast, made this all happen so that this can also be another of the tools of promotion for his album. So he made this shit happen. That was him manifesting this shit. I know this sounds crazy, but it's real. Anyways, check it out today. And go get his album. Highly recommend it. Highly, highly, highly recommend it. I guess that's it, y'all. I'm saying y'all a lot. I live in Atlanta. I'm not from Atlanta. I don't need to talk like I'm from Atlanta. Okay? Enjoy this podcast with the Last American B-Boy. Peace.
Here you go. Thank you. Got my
Oh, yeah.
you know,
Nice. Nice, nice, nice. So how's Staten Island doing right now?
It's all right. Staten Island isn't so bad. I mean, Staten Island, Staten Island. I mean, it's not doing bad. It's just you know, where you at? Atlanta?
Yeah, Atlanta. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so you guys got it bad down there now, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have it like that right
I'm
now.
in crazy town.
Yeah. But it's coming up. It looks like if it's coming from Florida to Atlanta, it's going to come back up here.
You think so?
Second wave.
Yeah, man. We never got it down. I mean, we opened up so early. It was crazy town. There's people. I took my kids out to get some carry out like 2 nights ago. We were the only people wearing a mask.
Oh no, that's how everybody is.
Oh, really? In New York too?
They don't believe it till they believe it.
Damn.
So they got it.
Yeah, my wife just called me earlier. Someone from her work is homesick, tested positive. Now they're all freaking out.
Yeah, because we don't know. It's not. You don't know what it could do. We don't really know what it is yet.
Yeah.
It's just COVID. That's what I call it. There's no. They give you all these symptoms that you have regularly anyway, sneezing and
right.
So I'm not playing with it, you know.
Yeah, I don't
want
want
to buy American B-boy mask coming.
Oh, do you? Nice, nice, good. I thought you were gonna say I have my built-in mask.
Oh no, they say this is bad for that.
I know it holds on to it. I heard that too.
But I'm not giving up the beard.
Hell no. I'm not giving mine up either. that ain't gonna happen. All right, so today we're gonna talk about, well, we're gonna draw the Hulk, right? We're on the same page with that one. All right, cool.
Yep.
So I got a Hulk. I'm gonna switch over to my art table cam in a second.
Okay.
But I want to talk about your career, your new album, and I also I wanted us to talk about one of our favorite MCs, and that was Slick Rick.
Yes. Easy,
all right.
Easy conversation.
All right, cool. So I'm going to switch my camera. And now I'm going to switch my mic to my art table. All right, can you hear me okay?
I can, perfectly.
All right, wonderful. All right, so Neff, tell me about Slick Rick and you.
Well, just going to school every day. I used to on the commute to school. I used to listen to the Great Adventures of Slick Rick, and it used to put me in such a mood or in such a place, like I was with him wherever he went. He was a great storyteller. So I guess that attracted me, and his flow was ridiculous. It's time.
Yeah.
It even now.
Yeah, I think like Children's Story is the best storytelling rap song ever done.
Yeah. And he has a few on his album, The Moment I Feared.
Yep.
Incredible. Mona Lisa.
Yeah, he's a great storyteller. I was listening today to I listened to Great Adventures yesterday. Today I listened to The Art of Storytelling.
Oh, that's what the third album from him?
Fourth. Yeah, there was The Great Adventures of Slick Rick, The Return. Then there was one in '94, and then this is the one that had Raekwon on it, Nas, Outkast.
Yeah, that's when I was falling away from Rick at that time, because when I got the second album, he had what was the name of there was a single on the second album. I can't remember it right now, but I was so foul back then as far as judging rap. I was so disappointed in the second album that I just never went back. I was never convinced again after
I feel you on the second album, but I gotta say that Art of Storytelling is my favorite of his. That album is
really
fucking insane. It blew my mind that it was that good when it came out. That was like 96 or 97.
Well, what I'm going to do is just because you said that, I'm going to download that and listen to it. Because like I said, I guess because he was rapping so fast on the second album, and he kind of strayed away from his slow flow, that I was kind of like, oh, you know.
Oh man, the art of storytelling is the slow flow.
Well, guess what I'm gonna do right now? I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go on iTunes and download the art of storytelling.
I recommend it, man. That's a classic.
Hold on, let me get started. I see you already got your stuff going. Like I'm so busy watching what you're doing.
Well, this is eventually going to be a whole painting.
Sorry, I'm trying to turn my phone off. It's not working.
That's all good, man. So, for me, like with Slick Rick, like I started listening to hip hop young, and when hip hop was fairly early. And I remember the show came out, and there was something about that song with the beat and Dougie Fresh, and the sound of the crowd in the song, and the fact they sampled Inspector Gadget. That song for me that's what kind of got me really hooked on hip hop.
The show?
Yeah.
The show was banging.
Yeah, and I was listening to that also. At the end of Art of Storytelling, they have a few like of the classics that they recorded live back in the day. They have the show. What's the other one with Dougie Fresh? But yeah, so the show is just
no. There's a show.
Yeah.
Then there's Lottie Dottie.
Lottie Dottie, right. Of course. How can I forget Lottie Dottie? But yeah, that was the show changed it all, man. I wanted every rap song to like make me feel like the show felt.
Yeah, but those are different. That was like a moment in time because you know, they had it. They never did that again either.
No, they didn't. I'll tell you what, though. I was listening to this weekend. I was driving my daughter around, and I had on the Pharcyde's first album, Bizarre Ride, and they did that Return of the B-Boy track, and it came on, and I forgot how well they captured that sound of that time in that song. It was like it very much sounded like the show.
Yeah, but there was nothing like the show.
No.
There was nothing like the show.
So
is looking hilarious, by the way.
Let me see. Here, speak so you can say something.
You see it? This is my hope. Maybe I'll be like you when I grow up.
Don't be like me. So, why the Hulk today? I know we first met because I was on Instagram one day, and I saw in my feed a suggestion. It was an ad. I don't remember. It was a suggestion. Say, hey, you might like this. And it was your track, Good Morning, like the video, the beginning of the video. And I was blown away. I was like, this is fucking amazing. Who is this guy? and then I went to your page and listened to some of the other tracks. I was like, this guy's fucking amazing. So I DM'd you, and this was right before New York Comic-Con, and found out you were a comic fan too.
Yes.
So we linked up there.
Yes, comic books. I've been reading comic books forever. Like I don't remember my first comic. My grandfather used to bring them home, and then really I used to, because I was a severe asthmatic when I was young, so couldn't go outside and play too much. So the comic books were my world and my life. Didn't have too many friends because everybody was playing outside. So I used to dive into the stories and dive into the what if possibilities of comics.
Yeah, I think that's the case for all of us. That's amazing. So what happened with your asthma? Do you still wrestle with it?
Yeah, I do. But it's not as terrible as it used to be. But, you know, it's still there. It's still there. Sorry, I'm making my eyes. They're always hard for me to make an eye.
Dude, eyes are the worst, man. That's where my whole drawing falls apart or succeeds in the eyes. If you'll notice, what's the first thing I'm drawing? It's the eye.
Wow.
Because I don't know, man. If you get the eyes wrong, the whole soul of the drawing is gone.
Yeah.
Like, I could make a mean-ass looking Hulk, his body, his mouth, his nose, but if the eyes don't look angry and mean, it just doesn't read as what I want it to.
Yeah. Eyes are hard. Fingers are hard.
Yeah, fingers are tricky. But I'll let myself slide with some fucked up fingers, but not a fucked up eye.
There we go.
So, was the Hulk one of your favorites early on?
Yeah, the Hulk and Spider-Man was my absolute favorite. If I had to say, if there's any storylines I know completely, as far, well, not now.
Right.
In the last decade, I can't say that I'm too. I mean, I'm dip and dabble, you know, Old Man Logan. Certain stories that catch my eye, but I'm not as fluent as Spider-Man as I was in the early days, you know. But
right.
Spider-Man for escapism, you know, Spider-Man could escape. He could put on that mask and
hell yeah,
rule the world. And then the Hulk was, you know, the unstoppable force.
Right, yeah.
In a mild-mannered person.
Right.
So it was just attractive. So somebody like me was sitting home, you know, angry at the world sometimes.
Yeah.
And the Hulk was just a perfect display of, you know, letting that anger out.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, for me it was
without killing people.
Right. For me it was Spider-Man. That's where it all started. But you're right. Once I discovered the Hulk, I liked what you said. It was like a mild-mannered guy who could manifest that anger, which is probably true. But I also I enjoyed the sheer brute destructive force of him.
Yes, awesome. I had some great Hulk moments in comics that I loved. I thought I was gonna hate the Gray Hulk era, but there was an issue where Todd McFarlane had drew Hulk fighting Wolverine in the forest.
Yes, sir.
And it was just so insane that I just fell in love, you know, with that era. I mean, there's so many Hulk moments that I love in comics. Like I said, I had my last Hulk moment was maybe Planet Hulk and World War Hulk.
Okay, so that wasn't that long ago.
No, but I dipping and dabbling. You know, I'm still dipping and dabbing. I have to get all the trades now. I'm not a guy and follow up on what's going on. But that was the last great. Planet Hulk. I read multiple times. You know, I would go back to it.
Did you read the Joe Fixit era of the Hulk?
Yeah.
Did you like that stuff?
I did. I like Joe Fixit. I liked his. I had to get adopted to it because I was a Hulk smash guy to the core.
Right, me too.
So, you know, all these new manifestations of the Hulk, sometimes I think they're a little like the Devil Hulk now. Not really.
Oh, the Red Hulk? Yeah.
No, not the Red Hulk.
The Devil Hulk?
Devil Hulk.
I don't think I know this even. You're talking out of my wheelhouse.
It's just like he keeps dying now. He could die easy. He dies and comes back to life. Dies and comes back to life. Anybody who they're just trying to make it like gore, horror.
Oh, that's going on right now.
Yes.
Yes, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I'm not really into it. I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not. The Hulk isn't a horror story.
No.
I agree with that.
You know,
I mean, it's sci-fi with some dark elements, but it's not like Swamp Thing where that's a horror story.
Right. This is Jekyll and Hyde to the
Right.
fullest.
Exactly.
You know, but that being said, it's still in my heart of hearts, the Hulk is still the champ. I still, even after this run, will still keep checking in on the Hulk to see what's going on.
Well, they finally got him right in those movies, man. The Avengers movies.
Yeah, that's pretty good, huh?
Yeah, that was like, that's all I needed. That was all I needed was that Hulk.
Yeah.
He was perfect, man.
I was a little disappointed in the last one because they didn't let him Hulk out and get his
Right, he was scared, yeah.
It's like, come on, like you jerked me on that one. But all in all, you know, Avengers definitely gave for people, you know, I'm from the Lou Ferrigno Hulk.
Yep.
So to have lived long enough to see this Hulk,
yes,
is awesome.
I agree, man. It was when I took my kids to see the first Avengers movie, and when Hulk smashed Loki against the ground like several times, my kids stood up screaming and laughing. I was like, "This is amazing! This is amazing."
We grew up with I'm a kid when I'm watching those movies again.
Yeah, me too.
It appeals to that part of my soul. So
yeah, for sure. I think a lot of us, that's the case. No doubt.
Wow.
All right, so let's talk about you. You are a rap artist and you're also a director, right?
Yep.
So,
I direct music videos for the local average guy. I mean, not even average guy. Every artist, doesn't matter if you're famous or not famous. But I've done a lot of famous people.
Yeah, like who have you done famous? You were telling me this before.
In no particular order, I guess. Method Man. The Hamiltons, if you ever heard of the Hamiltons, they're pretty dope, but they're blowing up now.
I might have to check them out. Are they from Staten Island too?
No, they're from North Carolina, but they're in. I think North Carolina. That's where they're from, not Atlanta.
All right, I'll check them out.
They're super duper, incredibly dope. You know I'm bugging out. Who else have I done?
You did Rockness video, right?
Rock, Shawn Price.
So you're friendly with Rock?
Extremely.
Okay. And were you friendly with Shawn too?
Yeah, I actually knew Shawn before I knew Rock.
All right, tell me that story. How'd you meet Shawn?
Well, Shawn at the time was absolutely one of my favorite rappers at the time. I mean, still is forever, but at this particular time, that's who I was bumping.
What time we talking? Like Nocturnal?
No, this was Monkey Bars.
Okay. Oh my God, what a great album!
But it was the essence of him was just amazing to me. Like he was a rapper personified. He was just everything you would want out of an MC. To me, it was him.
Right.
So and New York was in such a drought, or the game was in such a drought. He was like incredible.
Yeah.
And I knew him from I didn't know him personally, but I knew of his music. From the Helter Skelter days.
Right.
But in the Helter Skelter days, Rock was Rock was the man. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as
I think he was the more popular, but I remember listening when Nocturnal first hit, and it was just that line where he goes, "Some say Shawn Price is nicest on my devices, pack power, which make me more mightier than ISIS." And that's where I was like, this fucker is the champ.
Don't get it twisted. He was nice back then, too.
Yeah.
But I'm just talking about this eras, and I'm trying to just kind of be eras-wise, the era where I really, really, really can honestly say, I can't say I honestly go back that far, but Monkey Bars was just like such an amazing feat to me, and also amazing inspiration. that a friend of mine named Ill Phil Anastasia was putting out an album. He grabbed a whole bunch of us to rap on this album. So it was.
All right, let me ask you a question real quick. So you wanted to be an MC. This is before you were directing videos.
Yeah, I was rapping since I was a kid.
All right, so that was the dream.
Yeah, that was a dream.
All right, cool.
That was the dream. And the long story short, my man was putting out an album. They put together a group of us. It was me, Shaheem. You remember Shaheem?
Oh, hell yeah, yeah. Lil Shaheem.
Lounge, was Capadonna's brother. My man, Fuji. There's a whole bunch of Staten Island legends, you know, that they put us in a group. And then he said, yo, you know, we're going to do it. I want to do a song with somebody, you know, outside of the island. And I had mentioned Sean Price. I said, if we could get Sean Price, we lit. So then I did the record. So he did the record. It was me, Sean, Inspector Deck.
Oh, shit.
And who else was on that? Me, Sean, I'm missing somebody. I mean, me, Sean, Inspector Deck, Phil, the guy whose album it was us four.
Damn, that's tight.
Yeah, and shout out to Phil, because this dude is one of the major reasons why I'm even rapping right now. You know, and he put out Rock's album, Rockness AP, which is
okay.
I got a record on there with me, Rock, and Razcats.
That's
and
fire.
Raekwon. I'm leaving people out.
Oh, shit.
And Ray is on there too. So, but that's how, you know, I met Sean through that, and then just coincidentally, DJ Vlad started managing me after that.
Okay.
And I ended up shooting a video for Sean through Vlad, and then that was like a relink, and then me and Sean did our record called 8 Ball Hustle.
Okay.
And then you know, and then and like I said, me and Rock got close after that.
Oh, okay.
Like right after that, and then me and Rock ended up being closer than me and Sean. Me and Sean was cool, but me and Rock are close. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and Sean, you know, had passed away. You know,
right.
Before anything, I guess, you know, before the future would manifest, whatever. So, you know, but me and Rock have been tight for years now. So, yeah, that's it. That's that. I always wanted to rap, and then and directing kind of got me a back door into rapping, but. Once I got the back door in the rap and I aged, and they weren't signing anybody at my age, you know, I could rap my ass off. I could rap around the block. They don't care.
Dude, you don't got to tell me. I think you're fucking amazing. So let me, just for a reference point, how old are you?
I'm 45.
All right, I'm 48, so we're close in age.
Yeah, they say that we can't do what we do. It's a shame because they like monopolize the system. And I can't go get a gig doing what I do.
Well, you know? I think right now, the world we're living in, going fully independent is the way to go. It's just figuring out how to make it work.
Yeah, that's true. But the platforms like this and stuff like that help out a great deal. You know?
So, well, let me just real quick. Let's talk about your album while we're here, and then I want to circle back. Well, let's keep going. So, growing up, you're from Staten Island, born and raised.
Born and raised.
All right. So, were you friends with any of the Wu-Tang guys, but like when they were getting started, or did you meet them after they sort of blew?
I knew the RZA's brother, Born. That's my friend. We went to school together. And I remember he came to school with the Tommy Boy jacket on because RZA had a record called "We Love You, Rakim."
Yeah.
And I was like, "How you get that back in the day? How you get that jacket?" You know, in the lunchroom, he's the only one with that Tommy Boy jacket. So back then, the record deal was super duper exclusive. You know.
Yeah, of course.
So, but me and him stayed tight since then, and I didn't really know any of them. Shaheem, you know, but he's really, he's Wu, but
yeah,
out of the 5 members, you know what I mean?
Right.
He's 7 members or 9 members. He's not one of the team. So yeah, I never the only person I've done business with was Ray and Meth.
Okay.
Raekwon and Method Man is who I know, but I knew them once I was already moving and shaking in the business, doing videos,
Okay.
but not growing up or nothing.
Right. So how did you get started doing videos? Like, did you know this would be a good backdoor way in, and that's why you started doing it?
No, I was doing beats before.
Oh shit, you do everything.
I'll get it while I fit in, and I made a few placements. $5,000 a beat, stuff like that, and that slowed up. And everybody started making beats, and then I had dropped an album called Bodega Hip Hop in 1999, 2000 area, and no one wanted to shoot my videos, so I said, let me buy a camera and shoot my own videos, and then that led me to meet other camera people, and the rest was history.
Man, isn't that the key to being an artist? Just being resourceful, making shit happen, no matter how many people say no. Make that shit happen.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I sat my 44-year-old ass in this seat, the same one you see me sitting in now, to do that video that you saw.
That's right.
Yeah.
So that was your first record you did? You just mentioned?
Oh, Bodega Hip Hop is my first album I ever made. And was
that with a label?
Yes, with I don't know if we call it, To The Beat was the name of the label, and the owner was my man Guy Route. Guy was also he was my first real connection in the music industry. He was managing Shaheem, he was managing me, and he manages. Well, I don't know if he manages Pharaoh anymore, but he was managing Pharaoh Monch for a long time.
Oh shit!
Yeah, Guy's a great inspiration, a great mentor.
So what happened with that record?
We put that at that time. I had to push out my own vinyl. I got the single somewhere around here, but I got the single. The vinyl was so expensive. I couldn't keep up back then, and then you had to there was no email like that. I had to mail each DJ and the record pools, and before I knew it, I maxed out credit cards already. It was like it was a fool's attempt, because I thought I would be able to do it with a few $1,000s, but at that time everything was so expensive. So it's just kind of like my own little diary. The music just became my own little personal, at least I did it type of thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like everything we do, every attempt we put in teaches us for the next version.
Yep. So that's why, right now I'm still doing music. I just recorded with Ron Brown. Shout out to Ron. We did a few records the other day. I'm supposed to be getting up with Rock on Saturday.
Oh, word?
And and just see what we can do. And and I'm shooting a video for Blase. You remember him?
Do I remember them? Blase. I fucking love Blase.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
So they're still doing music?
Of course.
Oh, hell yeah.
I got a video.
You don't know the pain I feel. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Oh, Smith & Wesson. I forgot the videos for Smith & Wesson.
Oh,
Little
shit.
John. Ron Browse and Remy Ma. Webstar and Jim Jones.
Shit. So is your directing career pretty lucrative for you?
Yeah, I make so. I'm just how I pay my bills straight up. Yeah, it works out. I make a decent living with being a director. Absolutely. And I have to give props to Vlad for that, because Vlad put me heavy in the game. He just gave me the lane.
Yeah.
And he's connected to everybody.
Right.
So at the time with Vlad TV, in its earlier days, I was in my company was Monstar Films. It was me and my partner George, and we used to have our own channel on Vlad TV. like
Oh
our
shit.
old channel. So if you did a video with Vlad, then you got interviewed. That's how it worked back then.
Okay.
Paid for the video, you got interviewed, and like it was pretty consistent. Let's just say we was making money hand over foot with him.
That's good to hear. So, but the whole time you're still pushing forward with the rap.
Yeah, well, nah, actually, for a minute, I kind of just slowed up. Once you hit in your 30s, you start to think, why even bother? So I took a little break at first when I was getting a lot of money from the videos. I took a little break, but then I don't know, the bug was still in my head, so I had did a record with this guy Mike Beck, and the Embassy Elite was my record with the Embassy Elite, and Mike Beck jumped on there, and Mike Beck passed away, but that was my first attempt to rap again, and I got busy, and I was like, oh, I still got it. So let me keep going, and then the more I kept going, the more I started realizing I will rap till I'm 90 years old.
Good. That's good. Was that the time period where you stopped rapping? Was it a depressed time period?
Yeah, well, yeah, I would say yeah. I felt like no one will hear me. This is just nonsense. I'm fooling myself, and I just realized it didn't matter if no one heard me. I need
Right. Yeah, I mean, look, I had a very similar struggle, and I hit that same point, and I think when you stop worrying about what other people are thinking,
mm-hmm.
and you start just doing it because it's just what you're here to do,
mm-hmm.
I think that's when it comes together.
Yeah, that's how I did the video in the freezer.
Yeah.
I could care less, but what I do like and appreciate in life, and what made me not so bitter, is the response I've gotten in my 40s from rap towers the response I've ever gotten my whole life.
That's amazing. So, go ahead. You were going to say something.
No, go ahead. No.
I was just going to say, so you ended up, so your album that I've been listening to, is that a self-produced album?
No, that's we got some heavy hitters on there. We got Digger, we got Ron Browse, we got Fort Tough. Digger, Ron Browse, Fort Tough, P Version. That's like my primary.
But I mean, did you fund that album yourself?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And you put it out yourself?
Yes. Absolutely.
So what people can get it from, it's on iTunes?
It's gonna be. I was waiting to see if I could sell it on my own through Google, whatever.
Yeah.
People weren't getting their stuff. Like, it was just a mess. So I'm gonna put it on iTunes. I guess in August, and I got frustrated, because I dropped it, then COVID hit a week later.
Yes. So
it broke my heart. So sometimes I just sit there looking at it like whatever, but I'm going to drop it and try to re-drop it in August at some point on all platforms, and drop it with a few new videos from that.
Okay. Is it available anywhere right now? Like, is it on your website or anything? Or you're waiting for
It's on my website. You can still get it on my website.
Okay, so give everyone that address.
It's www.americanbboy.com. Hold on, let me see if it's that. I'll never check.
Okay, because I mean, people who know this podcast and know my work and know me know my love of hip hop, and I'm known for having taste. And I love this album. I love everything I've heard from you. And I mean, like I said, that's the whole reason I reached out to you, and it was great meeting. I mean, we connected really well, but I'm impressed with everything you've done. And I remember hearing it, and I said to my wife, I was like, how is this not all over the place? How have I not heard of this?
You know what it is? Other rappers haven't heard. Rappers with power haven't heard me. Or old school rappers with power haven't heard me that would understand the language. I say, you know, but once it gets in front of somebody like that got some power, some juice that's old
Yeah.
school, I think I'm gonna be out of here. You know.
Yeah, I have no doubt. Do you think like with the resurgence of the sound, like with what Griselda's doing, that will help get eyes on you?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think so.
1,000%. Griselda makes me think that I have a shot.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look, I love Griselda. I love all of them individually, but I think you're a better MC than any of them. And I'm not saying that to downplay them. I'm saying that to speak on you.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. But Griselda, I love. Actually, I guess my new favorite rapper is actually Conway.
Is it?
Yeah, oh my God, he made me feel like I gotta write 10 albums right now.
Dude, they are putting out a lot of music. A lot of music.
Oh, that's super dope. I'm very inspired and very, very, very happy that they exist.
Me too.
They're one of my favorite things to listen to right now. Even though I love the Baby, which is a totally different type of rapper.
Yeah, he's great too. Yeah.
You know, but yeah, Conway is just like, oh my, he just, I smoke a little and just lay back and listen. And if I wasn't ready to write after I listened to him, then I'd be like, okay, let me approach this differently. But I'm gonna try to see eventually if I can maybe even get up to do records with them.
I think you should, man. I mean, you fit right in there with them. Do you have a favorite album Conway's put out?
Favorite album of Conway? Let me see. What's the best one to me? Tell you right now, because nowadays when you're downloading songs into your,
I know it was either him or West Side Gun just put an album out last week.
No, hold on, Conway. Where's my Conway? Conway the Machine. No, where's my your library? Here we go.
What music platform do you
Look What
use?
I've Become is the one I've been rocking.
And what's the cover to that? I know the cover is better than the titles.
Cover is I can't see. My eyes ain't what they used to be. I can see it's got an orange thing on there, but I can't see.
Okay, is that the new one?
It's 2019 that came out.
Oh, okay.
That's the one I've been pumping. And the only thing is, when I download albums now from people, I remember you used to buy the tape and you used to look at it. Yeah. Now it just mixes into your playlist and music, so you don't even know the titles of the songs no more. It ain't the same thing as before. Like I can give you every record on Monkey Balls, every record on Slick Rick. New albums it's just in my phone. It's just
I'm the same way. I used to know every track title, who produced it, who was on it. Now it's just in my phone.
Yeah,
just like I used to know phone numbers. I don't know phone numbers anymore.
Yeah, but I would say, but definitely recommending that the Conway. He gets busy.
Yeah, Conway's my favorite out of the camp. I like Benny the Butcher a lot too.
And they all to me have it. Like when I say he gets busy, I don't take away nothing from none of them.
Right. I agree. I love the Conway album with Alchemist, Lulu.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Oh wait, did I?
It's a whole album. It's got like a great white shark on the cover. It's an EP they did. Alchemist did all the tracks. Conway did all the raps. There's one track with Schoolboy Q on it that is just the most gutter shit ever. It's so good.
He's another one.
Yeah, he's a beast.
He's another one.
Yeah.
There's certain rappers I wish I could just put into a room and do a whole album with them. Just one room. And he's one. I think that I don't say he's underrated because Schoolboy Q he's known, but I don't think people really understand how dope he really is sometimes, you know.
I agree with you on that. I feel like the whole what they call themselves, Black Hippie, like
That was
all those cats. Kendrick, obviously, but J Rock. I thought J Rock's last album was fucking incredible.
and I never heard a J Rock album. I gotta go listen to one.
Oh my god, his last album was so good, and it was so personal. And it's kind of like some of the stuff we talked about, because the album's about like he had a career going and then it all fell out from under him. And he tells the story of trying to live past that.
Yeah, hip hop is a little bit more pure in Cali. Like they let the pure hip hop in Cali go mainstream a little bit than they do for New York.
Yeah. And I really like Ab Soul too. That guy can spit.
They all get busy. That team is another one, like Griselda.
Mm-hmm.
The squad gets busy.
Yeah, that's some good stuff, man.
Yeah, I love them before they actually became famous.
Yeah, me too.
So
yeah,
a lot of people inspire me that rap isn't dead, and hopefully with the independence movement, and I'm surprised I don't see like entrepreneurs coming up with like sub labels in between trying to put out classic hip hop.
Yeah, I could see that.
I don't see why they're not. You got, and by the way, shout out to Rock. Rock's new album is ridiculous.
Is that out?
Well, did you got Rock this AP?
No.
That's out.
All right, I gotta get that. The last Rock album I got was the West. It was with all the West Coast beats.
Oh nah. This Rockless AP, you gotta listen to that. He is getting. He's like, I don't even know how to explain him as a rapper. Like a rap, if you look up rapper in the dictionary, that's Rock.
All right, I gotta listen.
Yes, he's incredible. So yeah, I'm trying to, I'm trying to see if I could, move a little differently. I'm gonna start putting out my records a little bit more aggressively as far as promotion, because you see me through a hard promotional campaign.
Yeah.
I did a campaign on what did you say, Instagram?
Right. Yeah.
Well,
so what did you do for that?
What I did is I took a record, that record, and I did another one called Six Figure.
Yes.
And I put some money up behind them. And at the time, Instagram, the pay-per-click was so cheap. So if you put $1,000 or $2,000 up, you were like a little major label,
Oh shit.
Everybody was seeing it. But now, because the majors got involved in promoting on Instagram, the price went up.
Oh.
So because the price went up, knocked the little guys out again.
That sucks.
Yeah, so independence is the way until the big guys know how to muscle you out.
Right. Well, I mean, comics is kind of going through something similar. Like I'm done with Marvel and DC for the most part. They're just corporations now. Like all the joy and fun and working for those companies is kind of gone. They're so corporate, and I'm just more interested in telling my own stories. But in my business, a lot of people are finding some pretty incredible success crowdfunding their books.
Really?
Yeah, man. In fact, like what I'm doing a project with the Pharcyde right now. We're probably going to crowdfund on that.
Oh, wow.
So,
what are you doing with Pharcyde?
What's that?
What are you doing?
I'll tell you when I turn off the record button, because we're keeping that kind of hush hush. But I'll tell you when we stop recording. But it's a dope ass project we're doing together.
The Pharcyde.
And that's how I got. This is on their network, and it was through working with them. They started to get to know my podcast, and then they asked me if I wanted to put it on their podcast network. So I was like, fuck yeah.
They have it in Atlanta?
No, it's
In
all
LA,
on
right?
the internet. Like this, we'll record this. I'll put it all together with my editor, and I'll send Brown a link through Google Drive, and he'll put it up on their server.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
It's dope. Oh, here, you want to see? Getting the head done.
That's crazy. How long have you been doing art? Your whole life?
Yeah. I mean, as far back as I could hold a damn crayon, I was just drawing. I don't remember a point in my life where I wasn't doing it, and I don't remember a point in my life where I wasn't certain I wanted to always do it. I mean, ever since I was a kid, I just knew it. And it was going downstairs on Saturday morning, turning on that TV, and that Spider-Man cartoon came on, and I was like, that's it. That's what I want to do.
That was classic.
Yeah, it was. But yeah, I knew at a young age. I just knew.
Let's give me some of the drink lemonade. It's weird doing an interview in the house.
Yeah, well, dude, tell me about it. My this podcast, before I had a video component, it was only recorded in person. It was audio only.
Mm-hmm.
And then COVID hit, and I was like, and that's when the Pharcyde was asking about hosting my show, and I was like, I got to figure out something. And I got some cameras, I got some mics.
Is this a non-smoking show?
Oh no, you can smoke away. I smoke. Charlie Tuna was on last week, and he started the show by saying, "Can I smoke a spliff?" So we all just lit up.
Because I'm sitting here like, I don't want to light this blunt.
Oh man, light up. That's actually one of the things I do like to do on the show is we focus on art, hip hop, comics, and life. And one of the discussions I've enjoyed having is what strand are you smoking?
This is, hold on. This is, it's glitter box. I don't know what this is. It doesn't give me what kind. Glitter box. It's. I don't know what it is.
Okay. Is it legally medicinal in New York?
Yeah.
All right. So do you have a card?
Yeah.
Okay. Because that's one thing we don't have that here in Georgia.
No, but in LA, there's
yeah.
Oh, just Bali, like you buying cigarettes.
Yeah, I know. I've been to California. I've been to Colorado. I've been to Seattle. I've been to Denver. I mean, I've been wherever I can go in it. Portland. I go to Washington State and get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm all about it. But I like
the weed in Atlanta.
Well, I mean, I kind of got a good little hookup going where I'll just I know Killer Mike, so he kind of showed me the way, and that's good. But I have I prefer I really like to know what I'm smoking. And during the day, right before the show, I took a little puff off some sativa that I have because I know I can take a little sativa and draw and I'll be good to go. Just a little puff. But if I take a little puff of some indica, I'm going to get real groggy.
You know what my problem is with the indica and the sativa? Sometimes people say I'm getting indica and it gives me a sativa effect or vice versa.
Oh, word.
And I'm just like, how can you tell that? Are they really? How do they know? I know. I mean, they're splitting the stuff up, but sometimes when they're in packaging and you're giving it to me,
right?
Sometimes, right. So now it's whatever batch I get. If I'm sleepy, I know that batch is the indica.
Right.
This
yeah.
I think this is indica.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean that's why I wish it was legal. I like to know, and I mean I got that app called Leafly, so I can read about all the strands. Like I know which ones are good for creativity. So like the sativa I smoke is called Jacaré, and that stuff is great for art, like for creating.
Does it give you a little bit of a focus alert?
Yeah, yeah, it's perfect when you need to sit down and like get busy drawing or creating. That Jacaré is wonderful.
Yeah, 'cause I had writer's block for so long.
Have you?
Well, I mean, usually I kind of reflect off what's going on in the world.
Yeah,
But
well,
yeah, it's like I don't even know what's going on. Like it's a nasty place to be. The world, just the attitudes, the fighting,
I know it's terrible, man.
the lockdown. It's like a whole bunch of things that just make you. What am I write about? I don't want to write about misery all the time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got you.
Mm.
Plug One from De La Soul posted something a few weeks ago on his story, and it was like basically like everyone's talking about how awful 2020 is, and he said, "Well, what if we look at it this way? What if 2020 is the year we needed? What if all the shit in 2020 is exactly what we need to create change, to create diversity, to create all these wonderful things that are to come? Then it served a purpose." And so I'm trying to live with that in my head.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Now that you said that, but humans are disappointing people.
Yeah, they are. They really are.
So let me see. They just have a pattern.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
So
It's
to Plug One.
Yeah, it's another. I mean, ever since I got this going with the Pharcyde, they've been hooking me up with meeting people. I was on a podcast with Plug One. I had Charlie Tuna on here just last week. We had a blast drawing and painting together.
Plug One gives me love for my album.
Oh, word?
He's one of the old schoolers who like my album.
Yeah, yeah, he's great.
He give me a hit. That's the super legendary album they got.
Oh, a bunch of them.
Yeah,
I was a De La freak though. I mean, 3 Feet High and Rising changed everything for me. I couldn't stop listening to it. Then De La Soul is Dead fucked me up. Then Balloon Mind State fucked me up. Then Stakes is High fucked me up.
Keep going. They got the crazy playlist.
Yeah.
Playlist. Shout out to De La Soul.
Definitely.
I met Maceo. What I was trying to do at one point?
What's that?
I was going around asking rappers, "Hey, look, I'm gonna videos." Like I felt like I should have A&R niggas as far as dropping with singles back in the days, right? There'd be so many songs that didn't have videos, so I used to be like, "Yo, I'll do a song. Let me do a video for this song." And like it'd be an old record, like I did. What's his name? Nice and Smooth.
Yeah.
No Delaying. So I shot that video. That was one of my favorite songs from Nice and Smooth. So I was going around asking every rapper, "Let me shoot your classics that you didn't never get to shoot."
Oh, that's awesome.
A lot of resistance.
You got resistance?
Yeah. Some of them were like, they looking at me like they saw the value in it and was like, they wanted money. And I'm like, you want money? It was just whack. Some people was just whack. I got turned off quick.
Yeah, that'll happen, man.
But No Delaying, you should check that out. That was, I had Big Daddy Kane in the video for that.
Oh, nice.
When did you start listening to rap?
I was 12, I think, and it was like Dana Day Nightmares, Run DMC. There was an AM station in DC, and I lived outside of DC, called WEBB, and I would just press record. That's where I first heard the show. It was that era. That's what got me into rap.
I'm trying to think.
So that was probably about like 82, 83.
I was 8 years old. What was out when I was 8 years old? That I listened to. The Ha.
Uh-huh.
Was that then? Was that year? No. I can't be that on. I don't think so. 82. The Ha was out, I think.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
There was a whole bunch of music. That's funny. I didn't listen to rap until let's Run DMC, like things that were mainstream that was in your house.
Yeah.
But the radio didn't play rap all day. You only can hear it 3 hours at night. You know?
Yeah, that's exactly how it was for me. And I would just record that show on AM network with all the hissing and popping, and I would have those recordings and just listen to them.
Whoever has those tapes,
Mm.
still, you have
Yeah.
those?
I don't even know where the fuck they are. I definitely popped a lot of those tapes. So
Yeah, those tapes are probably worth it because those are some legendary moments.
yeah. I mean, it definitely it changed me, and it was around that time that Beat Street came out, and that made it all come together when I saw that art was a part of that world too.
Oh yeah, graffiti. So you do you tattoo your own tattoo?
No, I mean, because of like me being an artist, I've become friendly with a lot of tattoo artists who are like they're shit in that industry. And I mean, I don't want to wear my own artwork, and they're badass artists, so I just like doing what they do. I've flirted with learning, and I do want to learn. I'm so busy doing all the other shit I'm doing. One day I'll get there. I'll have a little time to do it.
But learning how to
tattoo,
because it's different from just.
Well, what I would have to learn is it's a different medium, so I got to learn how the machine works. I know a little bit about it, but when you're drawing on skin with needles, that's a totally different surface than paper and pencil.
Right.
And all my tattoo artist friends also tell me that every part of the skin is different. So you'll be tattooing in one area, and you'll go around, say, the arm over to the elbow, and the skin changes, and the way it's holding your line changes. So you got to like be adapting to that on the fly. Wow.
No, I get it. I didn't think about that.
It's a complicated medium. I know that, but I also know it's not. It's not so complicated that I shouldn't try it.
Shit, man. It's very tedious.
Yeah. Well, look what I'm doing. Talk about tedious.
No, I'm very like. No, I'm talking about what you're doing.
Oh, yeah. This is going to be so. I'm going to get. I think I started to say this earlier. I'm going to get this whole thing rendered out in this black colored pencil. Get all my values set in, and then I'm going to tape the board down and wash over it with these acrylic inks. I'll do like a yellow to green to brown, and then I'll come into the Hulk, and I'm going to put like a dark brownish green all over him. And then I'm going to use gouache, which is opaque, on top of all that to make him green, make the background red. It's going to be dope when I get there. It's going to take some time, though.
How long does it take you to draw a full picture?
I mean, this is a new technique I'm actually just starting to try today, using this color pencil and rendering like this, and it's pretty slow. It's going to take me probably a good 2 days of working to get the color pencil done, and then the painting aspect of it should go a little faster than normal because all of this work will be done. So maybe another 2 or 3 days, maybe a week for this piece.
Yeah,
not working on it exclusively. I've got projects I got to work on around it, and I've got some other pieces I got to do. But yeah, about a week, I think.
I think mine's finished. Look at this one.
Let me see. I like that. American B-boy.
Oh no, I forgot the Nikes. I have to give him.
Actually, Neff, I wanted to ask you. Well, first, pronounce your name for me.
Now, my real name.
Yeah.
My name is Naphtali.
Naphtali. And where's that name from?
The Bible. From
Old Testament?
I don't know. I don't know what the difference would be between the old and the new one.
Old Testament is like Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Deuteronomy before Jesus. Then the New Testament is all the Jesus stuff.
All the Jesus stuff. All right. So yes, old.
Okay.
Old.
And why that name? Do you know what, like, it stands for? It means something?
That part, I always give different stories for it. I don't really, truly know why.
Okay.
And, I know my grandmother named me. I know that. I don't know her reasoning.
Okay.
And I don't think it's something she told people or whatever. So I just don't know. But I am Naphtali.
I love the name. And then why the last American B-boy?
Well, it reminds me of reading comics my whole life. The statement, like the Fantastic Four,
Yeah.
The Amazing Spider-Man. These are the first things I've ever been witnessed that was better, that were amazing to me.
Right.
So, as I became more of an outcast, just kind of just a different type of person. And the way I listened to music, the way I made music was always to the left. It was never what was going on. And,
That's how I am too.
You feel excluded. You feel like you're in your own world.
Yeah, that's true.
And when I say B-boy, I'm not talking about dancing. I'm talking about the B-boy stance is what I remember a certain essence of what I thought a rapper was supposed to look like and how he's supposed to stand when I was little. Because the B-boy, when I saw somebody with their hands folded, like it made you feel like, what?
Yeah.
So that I feel that in my soul, and I don't feel like a lot of people really understand that that's what's missing in rap. Not the look, but the feel of that I did. It turned into something. But we don't own, it just turned into something nasty to me. So that's why I say I'm the only one, but I'm not the popular opinion. So
right. But I hear what you're saying. It's like what I was saying about comics earlier. It's the same thing. In fact, I think you and I have a lot of parallels going for who we are in our fields and how we feel. Let me ask you this: Did you have a period you were going through where you started to get pretty bitter at what was going on and how you weren't getting where you wanted to get?
I was more bitter at the corporations. I wasn't mad at the music because to me every year there's something there's something in rap I like that's new every year.
Right, but the industry you're getting
right, but there's also a market that promotes a certain kind of rap.
Right,
they just promote that. And it's disrespectful to me because I understand what whatever you want. That's how you rocking, but they will refuse to promote or very little another side of it. Just another side of it.
Right.
And that other side, got neglected. There's like goats out there chilling, like people that you never heard before, goats, like some of the best hip hop on earth, just was put on ice by the corporation. So, because most people won't do it for fun, they only want to rap for money, even if they're good at it. As an adult, you feel stupid rapping. I feel like, why am I ain't getting no real money. I'm not a millionaire. Why am I even ready to bust a verse?
Right.
Why am I insane?
Yeah, I mean, art's. I mean, comics and art is not that different, and I've been in that same situation you're talking about.
Yeah. So but the hip hop is very interesting. Um, there's some terrible stuff, some great stuff, and I was just mad at the corporations. I was very mad at the corporations because I knew they had the power to stop me, even as an independent. They had the power to stop me, like not stop me like they're pointing at me to stop me,
Right.
but making the market such or the playground such that I wouldn't be able to compete with them.
Right.
Unless and the only shot I got at competing is really doing some real craziness, some buffoonic at a high level. I would have to do something outrageous with my same rap skill.
Right. Right.
Same rap skill, but if I'm running down the street butt ass naked doing a whole video and get arrested or something like that with big
Right.
gold teeth in my mouth or something, I don't know, but it would sell. That's a lot, Bill. I'll get a shot then, but it's a shame that is the precedent that's what I would have to do to get a shot.
Right.
Not do what I do. Not just be a good artist. So
Yeah. I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean. You got to find that. There's the same thing in comics. There's people who are all gimmick, and they come out and they blow up. And I think the work is just mediocre, maybe at best. But everyone loves that gimmick for some reason.
It goes down. A spoonful of sugar. It goes down.
Exactly. So did you reach a point where you felt like that bitterness was like affecting you?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. So
Yeah.
what do you do to get past that? And I ask this because it's been a very personal journey of mine too. I got to a very bad, dark place.
Well, I just look at it as I'm just not like the rest.
Right. That's exactly right.
The people. There are people that, listen, we're all from Earth, but we ain't all human. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good one.
I am not like what the norm is. The numbers prove it, right? The numbers prove it. So I just look at it as just in a strange world until I figure out why we're here. In my own spare time, I'm going to just entertain it and be more strategic and still move as how I can move. The people won't change. They're not those people. There's a certain audience for people like me and you, but because the internet is new, they haven't really found the spot yet. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The rest of the world is on some bullshit.
That's true.
Bullshit. And I'm depressed that humans are the way they are. Not really about rap or nothing else. Humans are my core issue with life and depression. The people, and there's great people, but human beings, boy, they like to entertain themselves in a savage manner. So,
Yeah, nowadays it's darker than ever, man.
Yeah, but it's cool. This is how they rock.
Right.
They don't care about science, nothing. And I'm talking about humans, the whole globe. They don't care about nothing. They care about just drama or some type of destruction or some type of shit. That's what makes the news. That's what makes the papers. That's what makes it's just oversaturated. Niggas don't want to go to space no more.
Right. Right.
That's just that. Yeah, I do get depressed. That's part of it. That's part of the game. But I love music though. Music don't really depress me. Not music.
Yeah.
I do music. I'm happy.
Yeah, comics doesn't depress me. The industry can get me down, but not the art. The art is constantly inspiring.
Yeah.
If you're looking at the right stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, hip hop is wonderful. If you ask me, I'll have the top of my life.
That's great. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm having a lot of fun listening to everything these days. I mean, I wish you all the luck in the world with the album. And when did you say you're gonna push for a release on iTunes?
August 15th.
All right. Actually, let me check one thing. Let me see if I can. When I scheduled this for release, give me 1 second. I got a schedule I made that I can look at real quick. Come on. Oh my God. You're going to be scheduled to release on August 13th on the Pharcyde Network. This episode.
Oh, that's nice.
So that's great. That's really great. Because I was going to ask you what I can do to help spread the word, and this seems like a great thing to do.
Yeah, in 2 days.
All right. So if this is coming out 2 days before the release, what do you want people to know? Like where it'll be on iTunes?
It'll be on. Oh yeah, it'll be on iTunes, and there'll probably a shit ton of videos on Instagram. Come check out the videos. That's where the fun is at. The videos, and then go buy the record. Oh no, you don't even have to buy the record. It's gonna be on iTunes. Just click a button. Just click a button.
And the videos will be on your Instagram?
Yeah, they're on my Instagram and YouTube. I got about, I don't even know, 15 videos.
Okay, great.
Maybe. And then by then I'll probably have about 20. Something like that.
Great. Okay.
You have a whole little movie to watch, have fun, and all that. But yeah, August 15th is the day. What day is your thing fall on?
That'll be a Wednesday.
Oh,
yeah, so Wednesday, the Pharcyde will release it. And then on Friday, I'll release it on my YouTube channel also.
Okay.
All right, that's fine. That's great. Good. So all of you listening, go do this because I am behind this 110%.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. All right, well, good. So I'm going to wish you all the luck in the world, Neff. I'm going to press stop on the record, and then you and I can chat for a little bit because there's a few things we want to talk about separately. Is there anything else before I hit stop you wanted to talk about or say on the podcast?
American B-Boy. That's it.
All right, cool. All right, so I'm going to press stop.